Hi, Assalamualaikum teacher. Waalaikumsalam. Oh Mimi, how can I help you? I'm having problem in understand what I did wrong in the last test. I think what you have asked me, I've done all my best during the examination. Did you bring the paper for me to check it? Yes, it's here with me. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let me see it first. Okay. Firstly, let me ask you about something first. What about if you try reading the sentence? So what's wrong with the sentence of me and John are off to the circus? And the second one is myself and John are going into town. And the third one is give it to John and I to look after. Did you notice about something? It is actually related with the matter of how to refer to oneself causes all manner of conundrums, particularly when referring to another person in the same sentence. It is how to remember whether to use me, myself, and or I. Okay. Firstly, the rules. You need to referring to yourself and someone else. Put their name first in the sentence. For example, choose me or I by removing their name and saying which sound, right? Okay, for example, with the sentence John and I are off to the circus, you wouldn't say me is off to the circus. If it was you would say I'm off to the circus. So, therefore, when talking about going with someone else, you say John and I. You only use myself if you have already used I, making you the subjects of the sentence. Okay, firstly, if you want to do it properly, you should use John and I are off to the circus instead of me and John are off to the circus. You see the difference between me and I. Okay, and the second example that I want to give you is John and I are going into town. Instead of myself and John are going into town. I want to give you the third example so you feel more clear about this. So, okay, the third example is give it to John and me to look after. Instead of give it to John and I to look after. So the right is give it to John and me to look after. Okay. I don't get it, teacher. Don't you already understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, dear, but the sentence is grammatically incorrect. But what is the big problem is? You understand, I understand. That is what matters, right? Yes, I do understand. When we are talking, the message are conveyed using our voice tone, we stop for a while. Okay, in written communication, the reader cannot see you, hear you. In this context, it's me. What you write in the essay is more formal and you need to use the formal way to... Oh, is it grammar really that important? Then let me ask you a question before I answering those questions. Okay, do you like English? I suppose that I do. So when you're learning something, you would really like to know them in detail, right? Yes, then grammar is important. In context, yes. In a way, it teaches you how to form a word, a sentence, to communicate effectively. So in writing, to present your ideas is to be understood. Should we learn grammar? Firstly, in learning basic rules of the language, you need to develop a solid foundation in English grammar. So it will not only help you to create your own sentence correctly, but it will also make it easier to improve your communication skill in both spoken and written English. To improve practice is necessary. In your opinion, as a teacher, do you think it's important for teachers to learn grammar? It is my responsibility to bring you to the right path, the true knowledge. How can I teach you effectively when I myself do not truly understand grammar? Would you trust someone to teach you if they themselves think it's not important and does not understood what are they supposed to teach? I'll try to improve myself and appreciate the language. Thank you, Miss. Goodbye.